Bellator Champion Series, Paris, France, May 17. We're gonna break down this entire fight card. I'm gonna give you my picks for this card. I will tell you which fighters I want to bet on and why. Now, before I continue, small request: if you may, press the like button, comment, subscribe to the channel. I make these videos every week for you guys, and your small positive click on the like button would mean a lot to me. So if you could do that, I would highly appreciate it. Now, after you've done it, let's move on. So the first fight, we got Bruno Fontes and Jalel Willis. I'm going with the underdog here with Bruno. I'm not really high on the Sultan, and I will explain why. First of all, we see a guy who's undefeated, okay? And it's not like he fought cans. If you really go and dive into Bruno Fontes' record, the guy had decent competition, okay? He fought against 12-2, 11-1, 4-0. And these guys are good fighters from Jungle Fight. And he's taking on a guy who's not undefeated. He lost in his first fight. And his competition wasn't that good. He also lost 2 times as an amateur. His competition wasn't that good. And I just think that Fontes is a really step up in competition. Okay, and not only that, you're getting Fontes as a 2.9 underdog. Okay, plus 190 underdog. I like the underdog, especially in this value. I'll pick Fontes to win by decision. Next fight, we got Aspen Lad taking Ekaterina Shakalova. I'm picking Aspen Lad here. I'm not high on both, okay? But the last time that Shakalova fought, I bet on her and she won. But let me tell you guys that it was a sweat, okay? It wasn't that good. I wasn't impressed by her in any way, shape, or form. And I'm not impressed by Aspen Lad in any way, shape, or form. When she first came to the UFC, she had a good run. She was winning, and then she wasn't, right? She lost to Germain, the randomie, nothing to be ashamed about. With this loss, she lost to Dumont, again, nothing to be ashamed of. Pennington, nothing to be ashamed of. But then, like, come on, losing to Olena Kolasenic doesn't look good. Yeah, she lost to Kyle Harrison, that's okay. And this is a really step down in competition. Aspen Lad is still young. She's 29 years old. And if she can't defeat Ekaterina, like, it's time to pack her bags. But I really think that's not going to be the case. I believe she can win. She has the advantage, especially with the grappling. I'm picking Aspen Lad to win by decision or submission. Next fight, we got Imam Shafi Alev against Mike Shipman. This is like, one of those fights where you always pick the favorite. This guy is coming from Abdul Manap Nurmagomedov school. He's training with Khabib, training with Islam. So, obviously, I think he's going to win. With that being said, I'm not going to bet on a minus 900 favorite. Okay, there's no way. Shipman is not a can. Like, Shipman is a good fighter. 15 wins, 4 losses. He can catch Alev. He's not made out of titanium, right? He has a chin like any other fighter. With that being said, for the sake of the video, I'm picking Alev. Nothing that I would put any money on. I would even be careful to putting him as a parlay piece. I think there's better parlay pieces in this card. But the pick is Alev. Probably could get a good ground control and then finish by ground and pound. That being said, that's not my pick. What I do like here, though, much more, is Mansour against Yachi. I see Mansour being much better in the grappling department. Yachi is more of a boxer, 34 years old. He's coming from Rizin. I just think that the competition that he had in Rizin is nothing you can compare to what Mansour had been through. Yeah, I like Mansour here. I think that overall is the much better fighter. I like him as a parlay piece as well. I think he can win this by submission, probably first or second round. Next fight, we got Slim Trabel against Louis Sutherland. We got here two heavyweights, and I'm not really high on any of them, but if we look at both, I will prefer to put my money on Slim Trabel. Again, he's a minus 500 favorite for a reason. I probably see him winning by knockout. The only way I see Louis winning would be if he could get a submission. I don't think it's gonna happen. It's more of who's gonna knock out the other guy first, and I think that Slim Trabel is gonna be the one who's gonna knock him out first. I like the under here as well. I think that the under could be live here. Next fight, we got Gaethje against Colligan. Since I first saw Colligan fighting, he's one of those fighters that you see something is different about him. You feel that he has that aura, he has that charisma, he has the talent, he has the work ethic, and he's fighting against a 37 years old Gaethje, who's not a bad fighter at all. He has good wins, fought good competition. I just think that it's Archie's time. I think that he will manage to take him down and control him with his wrestling and boxing. And I think he's going to get the win by knockout or decision. I'm leaning more to decision because GT is no joke. With that being said, I'm picking Colligan to win. This is another parlay piece that I like for Colligan to win. Next fight, we got Yves Lando and Jonas Ba Arano, however you say that. We got here again two fighters, 20 and 9, 11 and 2. When you look at Jonas, specifically Jonas, when you look at his record, he won Contender Series in 2021. He wasn't signed. Then he lost to Jose Delano and won against Lopez and Caio Machado. I like him to win. I think he has the tools to win here against Yves Lando, who's 20 and 9, 37 years old. Age is getting up to him. He had a good run, 4 wins. He lost to Team Wild, who's a really good striker. But I think that this is gonna be too much for him. I'm not gonna bet this fight. It can be it can go either way, obviously, like any other fight. But I think this is gonna be very close. This is a stay away for me. But if I would pick a winner, it would be Jonas. Next fight, we got Costello VanStenis and Gregory Beben. I like VanStenis here. I think that he has the advantage in the grappling department. I think he's overall a better fighter. When we look at Gregory, he's already 40 years old. Yeah, he's coming out a five win streak, but man, You know, when you look at the competition that VanStenis had, it's much, much higher than what Gregory had. He lost to Douglas Lima, nothing to be ashamed of. Lost to John Salter. Won against Fabian Edwards, who's currently ranked very high. I just think that VanStenis can win here by decision. And yeah, that's my pick. Co-main, we got Cedric Doumbé against Jalel Willis. Let me tell you something. In Doumbé's last fight against Bucky, I bet on Doumbé. And in the third round, he started piecing up Bucky. He found his range. He defended most of the takedowns. And then he got that fucking splinter in his feet. And Mark Goddard, who I think is a terrible, terrible ref with terrible temper issues, just stopped the fight, wouldn't even look, wouldn't even listen, just shouting like a brainless gorilla. And, you know, that fight could have ended. Like, even Bucky said, like, let him take the fucking splinter out of his toe. But no, Mark Goddard is an idiot, and he wouldn't let the guy finish the fight. He ruined the night for all the fans. And yeah, with that being said, Jalel Willis, I don't see him winning it against Doumbé, because this fight is most likely going to stay on the feet, where Doumbé has the far better striking. Like on his last fight against Ramazan is not even a striker, he's more of a wrestler, and he managed to knock him out very fast in the first round. I actually picked Ramazan in this fight to win. And here you got Doumbé, who's a much better striker than Ramazan. We're talking about a kickboxing champion. I see him knocking out Jalal probably first or second round. I think he's going to give us a good show after that. I would say after that shameful stoppage by Goddard. Yeah, I like Doumbé as a parlay piece as well, if you guys want to add him up to the next fight, which I really, really like. Patchy mix, no love, taking on Magomed Magomedov, Tiger. Listen, Patchy mix, in my opinion, is the best bantamweight in the world. I think that he can, if he ever fought Sean O'Malley, I think he could win. This guy not only shown that he's a elite grappler, he's also a good striker, and he actually has fight IQ. And we saw it in his fight against Stots with that phenomenal knockout. He has the reach, he has everything to win against O'Malley. He has the grappling, he has the wrestling, he has everything to win against O'Malley. Now he's taking a guy that he already fought against. Okay? This is the second time he's fighting Magomed. And in the first fight, it wasn't even close. He was piecing up Patchy Mix was piecing Magomed on the feet. And whenever Magomed tried to take Patchy down, Patchy just got the guillotine and swept him, reversed the position every time until he got the submission in the second round. Patchy is the much better striker. He's much bigger physically than Magomed, and he's the better grappler. Okay? He's the better grappler. I like Patchy here to win. I see him winning by submission. Again, very high on Patchy Mix. I think that if he somehow manages to sign in the UFC, it's going to be very interesting to see what he can do there. That being said, guys, after watching their first fight, it wasn't even close. It wasn't even close. Patchy mix can win against him, whether it's striking or grappling, and Patchy mix is my pick. What I do like, if I'm gonna give you one safety parlay here, I would say that from all of the fights, I really like Patchy mix and Cedric Doumbé to win. Just take them both. If you want to fatten up the parlay, you can also add Mansour, or you can add Colligan. Yeah, that's my picks for this card. Let me know in the comments what you think. I would love to hear your opinion. And that's it. I'm going to see you in the next card breakdown.